Yes, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9 hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laughs in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mark. Hey. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Wild card mark. Wild card mark. I.O.W. Late night sports. Hey.
Give me a second, let me light up real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, welcome to the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Hour Edition, hosted by Mr. Modelo himself. You already know the name by now. You know what I'm saying? Wild card mark.
Wild card mark.
You already know the vibe. Pull up, let's go.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mark.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's everybody doing tonight? Excuse the late start, but it's okay. We started for perfect reasons. So you see what I did there?
See what my name did there?
We did that for perfect reasons, but it's okay. We are here. We are live. It's the Wild Card Mar. It's the Jersey boy, MJ Perfect Game Herman in the building. And yes, it's another episode of I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition, episode 335, and we are here. Yes, we are here. Like I said, excuse the late start, but I was giving my boy MJ some love. He wanted to watch the Yankees game. He wanted to see the outcome, and guess what? It came out to a good outcome. We'll talk about that in just a second, MJ. We'll give you a second to talk about that.
Do what you gotta do, man.
We'll definitely get into that.
Do what you gotta do, bro. I got you.
We got Jersey on today?
It's not a jersey. It's a team, a certain year.
No, if it's not a jersey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got a lot to talk about. Trust.
You'll see why I I'll just do it real quick. It's not a jersey. And just a quick backstory. I put this shirt on beginning of the Yankee game. Okay. This shirt
showing all your gray hairs, old man. Showing all your gray hairs, old man. It's okay. Jay Jones, shout out to Jay Jones, Jay Jizzy, Jay Jiggy, Double J. What's that name?
This shirt is from the 2009 World Series. Okay.
Last time y'all won.
It's got everybody's name on the back. Never been worn.
Oh, you never won?
I actually watched this World Series with my father.
Oh,
it's the last World Series I saw with my father, and I got to watch it with him.
Nice. So you never wore this shirt.
I bought him this shirt, and he never wore it. He hung it in his closet, And after he had passed, I had seen it in the closet and still had the Major League patch on it.
Everything. Yeah. Damn.
And it's been hanging in my closet, bro. So I busted this out and shit happened tonight. And I was like trying to keep my wife up. I wasn't trying to tell her like what was going on. And after he threw the perfect game, dude, I took the sweatshirt off and I told her the story behind the shirt.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
And here's another thing real quick before we get into things. Me and her have this thing. We always see the clock at 11:11. Always. For some reason, we look at the clock and, at every time, and I'm not even shitting you. We'll text each other. Like it's crazy. Giancarlo Stanton's home run tonight, exit velo, 111.1.
Yeah, he smacked the hell out of that joint, Joe.
but the 1111, 1111, it's, dude,
life works in mysterious ways, bro. It does. But look, man, that's pretty dope, man. Sentimental value behind that T-shirt. I love it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, here's another. I almost put it at the top place. So in Kansas City today, Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor was present for both his brother Bo Naylor. He was present for his first Major League Baseball hit last night. And he was present for his brother's first major league home run tonight. So that's another sentimental value. I almost put it at the top play, but I didn't. But let's get into this.
No, you shouldn't have. It's good. It's a good second story.
It's a nice little story, but I do actually got a couple top plays of the day. Here's one of them. Birthday boy. Shout out to the cancer season. My boy Brian Reynolds from the men's national soccer team with this strike.
Stringer bounces all the way through. Reynolds, a bouncing ball. Tags it. What a goal, Brian Reynolds! His first ever for the United States. It's an absolute beauty.
Absolute strike from my man Brian Reynolds. Shout out to Kansas season. We in the building. Man, that was pretty dope. That was a good look from him. He did the damn thing on that one. And I got another top play. And it ain't fancy, but it was pretty dope. I always get impressed by things like this when guys literally smack home runs literally into the fountains of Kansas City.
We're in Fountain, Kansas City, you said?
Into the fountains.
No, there you go.
Touchdown for Josh Bell. That'll be his 8th home run of the year.
Let's take it back.
33 at 4. It's now 6-0. First time he faced him, July 30th, later that season. As Bell booms one in the air. And way out of here into the fountain. Splashdown for Josh Bell. That'll be his 8th home run of the year. RBI is number 33 and 34, and it's now 6-0 Cleveland.
464.
Don't take me deep. Holy mackerel, did he mash that baseball?
Yeah, he mashed that. I thought that was just I get impressed by long home runs because first of all, and you can agree with me on this, MJ, when you literally hit the home run, one, it shows how good your eye-hand coordination is for one, and two, when you hit it far and you got that power on it, where this guy is clearing seats and fans and dumps it into the fountains in Kansas City. I'm still impressed by things like that. It may not be impressive to a lot of people, but to me, that shit's impressive as hell.
In my opinion, like 450 and above, or certain places in that ballpark that balls usually don't land, something like that. Yeah, that's always impressive. Always impressive. Love seeing shit like that. Splashdown.
Bro, that when they hit the home runs in San Francisco and put it over the right field wall and put it into McCovey Cove. I love shit like that. I think that to me that's
you see everybody in the kayaks trying to get to the ball and shit.
Yeah, I
must be going crazy for that shit.
Yo, it's funny you say that. I seen a dude like knock over a woman in her kayak trying to get to it. Like literally almost took her out, bro. Like dead serious, dead ass. I saw it like a couple of months ago, and I meant to put it on. on the page because I'm like, yo, the homie is like,
look that up on YouTube.
Yeah, you have to look it up because like the woman was in a kayak and she kept fumbling trying to get the home run ball, and then homie just came in, swooped up, just scooped it in, and almost took her out. It was for me, it was absolutely something hilarious, but man, it wasn't on the docket. Yes, cheers.
Had the Rocket Yankee.
It wasn't on the docket. Cheers. But let's talk about it, man. Your boy Domingo Germán, man. I mean,
we got the final out or what?
I'm just gonna say this like this. I was worried of the injury for Aaron Judge, but when Stanton comes out of first inning and smacks the shit out of that home run, and then you have a perfect game, and you can speak on this too as well. Getting a perfect game is nothing easy. That is matter of fact, Domingo Germán is the 24th player to ever do it. 24th. That is not an easy feat.
Now here's a follow-up question. How many Yankees have thrown? How many perfect games have Yankees thrown?
Didn't David Cone throw one?
Out of those 24.
I know David Cone threw one.
Yep. That's
I want to say David Wells too. That's
two.
Then obviously you got Germán tonight. That's 3. After that, I'm stumped. After that, I know I got those 3 for sure. After that, you'll have to help me out on that one. So that to me that's pretty dope, man.
Don Larson in the World Series.
Okay. So that make 4. That make four Yankees. But no, speak on it. Speak how tough it is to, hit these perfect games. I mean, that is not a small feat. Like I said, Germán is the 24th guy to ever do it. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy. And we've seen a lot in our lifetime, bro.
Yes,
we've seen quite a few perfect games, man. And this dude, he was methodical tonight, man. He was hitting his pitches. The umpire was more hitter friendly.
Mm-hmm.
So he was, and this goes for both sides. He was calling some BS, couple of strikes here, balls here, kind of made up for it. But yeah, man, he was pinpoint. He was using all his pitches up, down, left, right, down the middle, fooling you with his off speed stuff, coming back with the cutter, coming with the 4-seam fastball. Tonight was just his night.
Just his night, yeah.
And I don't want to hear, I'll hear people say, oh, it was just Oakland. Yeah, but there's still a professional ball club to a certain degree, and you still got, a few decent guys, but a perfect game is a perfect game in the major leagues, no matter what. And man, I was fucking pumped when he got that out. Like I jumped up off the fucking bed, like quietly, like because my son's room was right next door. So
yeah.
I was quiet. Fuck yeah.
Hey man, you got to get pumped because here's the thing. For Yankees fans, and especially Yankee fans like yourself, I think you would want to see things like this. I mean, you guys got some terrible news last weekend, and so far, I mean, you guys have managed to play well ever since getting that news last weekend. I mean, y'all managed to play well. When you come out, Aaron Judge set the tone, like I said. Germán pitching lights out. When you get things like this happening, even when the news dropped this weekend, y'all won a couple of games over the weekend. So my thing is like you will want something like this to keep building upon. Hopefully that this is a trend that the lineup, the pitching rotation motivates them to, hey man, we're gonna be all right. Because there's a lot of people like me, a lot of people who talk sports on podcast shows are looking at the Yankees. We're waiting for the shoe to drop and for the Yankees to crumble because you don't have Aaron Judge. We're waiting for it. So when you get things like this happen, use that as a building block, players. Use it as a building block. I'm pretty sure Aaron Boone is already preaching about that. But like, hey, man, ever since we got some bad news, we've been putting good things together. Let's keep building, keep putting building block on building block of good things. Because you're going to need stuff like this to carry you to whenever Aaron Judge gets back.
Absolutely. And this could be the perfect time to hopefully break out of the hitting slump because they got another game with Oakland and then they go to St. Louis, who's another team that hasn't performed well this year. No. So if you could keep that hitting up over the next couple of games, you may be able to start getting some of these guys heated up as July rolls around.
Mm-hmm.
That's because that's what you're gonna need. Aaron Judge finally got on the field today, playing catch, and he said he felt great. He said he felt good to be back out there on the field. Even if it was for catch, but he felt good.
Hey, but no rush to rush him back if you guys want to keep performing like this. But the thing is, and I'm pretty sure
don't rush him back. Period. Like if he is that injured, do not rush him back. Period. You can't.
You've heard the news, and I heard the news. If the man is saying he's having pain when he's walking, don't rush him back.
Yep.
No need to rush him back. That's just what it is, and we'll move on. But
you don't think this man wants to be out there?
Of course he does.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, it's just his fucking toe." Man, when it's your big toe on your back foot where you lean off of, and you can't put pressure on it like that.
Well, like I said Monday, Aaron Judge is 6'7", 280. That's a lot of force. That's a lot of torque and pressure going on a big toe when he needs his foot and everything he does on a baseball diamond.
Yep.
That's a lot of force, y'all.
And some people don't see it that way. They he got his fucking money, he's a pussy.
Yeah, but they don't.
Those are the type of fans I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, really? It was a freak accident.
Hey, I said it again. I said it a million times. I'll say it again. Go ask Deion Sanders how important a foot is. Go ask Deion Sanders how important a foot is. I mean, all jokes aside, this man is still having issues with his foot that happened years ago with a football injury. Y'all remember when Deion Sanders had to stop playing football?
Wasn't it like an ingrown toenail that started it?
Well, no, it started with turf toe. It started
that kind of turned to the same thing. Like, well, turf toe, you could get the toenail infected, and
he had turf toe that kind of started the injuries when he was playing. It kind of shortened his career. Remember that, and then even his civilian life was starting to get affected because of the injury, and he couldn't.
Too painful.
Painful to walk. He's walking,
and I honestly don't know this. So what you're telling me, I don't know.
So then a couple of years ago, while he was coaching at Jackson State, had to get some toes amputated.
That much I know. That part I do know.
Piece of his left leg got taken out too, his calf and his front leg, along with some toes. So he's had lingering effects for almost 15, 20 years from an injury, almost damn near 30 years ago.
Yep. Okay.
So that's why I always sit here and tell these folks who want to come back and be like, oh, Aaron Judge and his toe, he's being such a wuss. Okay. All right. You go mess your toe up and you go be 6'7" and 280 and try to put all that torque and pressure trying to swing it back or trying to go leap and rob another home run that he's been doing all season and jump through a fence. And you running through the outfield or you running bases. Like this dude, my
question is to people, like, do you want him coming back at let's say 70% and still have that chance of re-injuring the toe, or do you want that toe to heal and him to come back basically 100% or at least 95, until he works it all out, I would rather wait.
And the crazy thing is,
I don't want to rush him on the field if it's a torn ligament. So,
and that's why I'm with you, because it's a torn ligament. Because it's a torn ligament.
Mm-hmm.
Bones can heal and have no issue, and guess what? Bones more than likely are stronger when they come back after being broken. Ligaments, on the other hand, if you don't let it run.
There, I'm going to question you. I mean, you could be right, but I broke my left ankle twice.
Oh man, you got bad luck, bro.
and both times was playing pickup basketball. And I broke my right ankle once playing pickup basketball. So
okay, so tell the truth. Did somebody break your ankles, or did you break your ankle?
No, the very first time I broke an ankle, it was my right ankle, and I swear to God, like I laid the ball up, and I said, as I came down, I landed on my buddy's foot, snapped it, boom.
Yeah.
And lucky it was at our local high school. They used to run a rec league, Tuesday and Sunday nights where anybody could go and where the fuck was this go? Anybody could go and play basketball.
Yeah.
And the trainer was there and my father was there. He's like, "What the fuck did I tell you about playing this pickup basketball?" He's like, "You always get fucking hurt."
Never fails.
Sure as shit. A year later at the local park, same thing. Came down on the left ankle, snapped it. Went home to tell him. He's like, "Let me guess." He's like, "Let me guess." He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? What do I keep telling you?" And then after that broke, maybe 3 months after that, broke the same ankle again.
Jeez. Hey, you sure you ain't got no bad luck, dog? Oh,
I know I do. I know I do. No,
but no, man. But no, it's weird, but like I don't know. It's when you got situations like this, when your team is desperately needing a spark to continue, when you got a big piece out. Perfect games is a great building block. So let's move on to our first topic of the show because
sir, let's go.
Because man, here we go again, MJ. Here we go again. We're having more problems with NFL gambling. News came down today. There's about to be a long sweep of players about to get a big dose of
reality.
Well, not just reality, but year-long suspensions. And I'm just look.
Does it give a list of all the names, or just like the one or two they leaked?
No. I saw some of the names, and they're more like special teamers, people who get time here and there, but no big names.
Yep.
And I'm gonna speak on that in a second, and I'm gonna actually kind of speak on why you always see more of your big names not getting put into these gambling situations. I'll speak on that in a second, but I'm gonna play this clip coming from our man Carl from the Sports Hit List. I saw this reel from him, and I thought it was very.
I follow him.
Yeah, I thought he had said something very profound about the gambling situation, and we're gonna play this clip. And we'll give our take.
Word up.
So news just broke that NFL players may be suspended the entire season for betting on NFL games. It raises a lot of questions. I got to be honest with you. I'm thinking to myself, why are NFL players betting on NFL games? When did you believe, and we've seen in history of sports, when did you believe that this would be okay and that you wouldn't get caught doing so? That's number one. Number two, a season-long suspension for betting on games when we have players who are committing crimes in domestic violence and they're getting shorter amount of games. NFL, what are you telling people here? So those are the first two questions that come to mind when I think of this entire story and what's going down with it is, what are you telling players about suspensions and what they get suspended for, even in your fan base? And why are players doing it when they know they're not supposed to be doing it? I understand the NFL is throwing at us gamble, but yes, you can't necessarily gamble it if you're the product. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, so I thought that was very profound from Carl from the Sports Hit List. If you get a chance to follow his content, please go follow his content. And the reason why I played that clip is because he said a couple of things in there that caught my ear when I heard it. The first one that caught my ear is the message part of what the NFL is sending. And Carl has a complete 100% take that makes perfect sense right here. NFL, what is the message?
You can't even argue that point.
No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Because
no argument.
You've had numerous players with DV situations. You had numerous players with gun situations. Numerous players who are
illegal substance, cocaine, steroids.
2 games, 4 games, 6 games, 8 games. But don't hey, don't bet on the game. That'll get you out of here in a year. Wait, hold up. So what the message that I get from that? Me as a rational, I think I'm rational kind of thinking guy. I'll let you have that debate.
At times,
I'll let y'all have that. I'll let y'all have that debate, but
we're all irrational at times. Probably me more than you, but
what the hell kind of message are you sending where it says, "Hey, DV, we'll give you 8 games max. Weapons, 2, 3, 4 games. Substance abuses, 4 games. But don't bet
steroids, 4 games. Like I said, if it was like cocaine, it would probably be a couple games. Steroids, 4 games.
But don't bet on football. That'll get you a year. And like I said, as a rational person that I like to think I am, my thing is you, NFL, are sending a message to your consumers that, hey, it's okay to get into DV situations. You'll get a slap on the wrist. Do the guns and drugs situation. It'll get you a slap on the wrist. We're talking about social issues.
Yo, you know why? Roger Goodell got that back. That's why.
But
it's like he supports this shit. He's got the back of these type of players.
Yeah, but MJ, I'm just so irritated with the missed signals or the I guess putting importance in certain things as in quote unquote protecting the shield integrity of the game. But when you have players who are having these, and I'm not saying that NFL has more than NBA or Major League Baseball or hockey, but it seems that way because that's what we see every year. We're guaranteed more than numerous occasions of some type of social issue with a football player, whether it's DV, some type of situation off the field, doing something reckless, causing some kind of mischief off the field. Hell, God forbid we get any more situations like Henry Ruggs or Ray Caruth or Aaron Hernandez or whatever else you can think of.
Yep.
It's time and time again, it's either NFL player or former NFL player who are out in these news getting caught with all these, social issues causing all type of mischief or bad behavior.
Yeah, just being knuckleheaded, being stupid.
We see it more than NBA players and Major League Baseball and hockey players. So my thing is you're not controlling that, but you're more concerned about the integrity of the actual game because of the betting factor.
Yep.
My thing is, even if these guys bet on the game, it's not really, do you really think it's really mess with the integrity of the game? I don't really think so. Because the fact of the matter is, the moment you introduce betting to it, you open up the gates for the compromising of the game. The moment you get into bed with Caesar, the moment you get in bed with
MGM and FanDuel,
DraftKings. I mean,
and I'm going to take it a step further too. All these sporting events that you watch, right?
Yeah,
that's all. They like we talked about it, Joe. They promote gambling so much, and then the fine print on the bottom, if you got a gambling problem, call this. It's like you're promoting it to these people. Like, here, we'll give you $200 for your first $200 bet, free. We'll double your money up. Yeah. We'll give you free, $15 signing up. You'll probably lose that, or occasionally do win, but they entice you so much to break the rules as a football player. Because that's where there's a lot of gambling in football, and they know that.
A shit ton of gambling, and let's also look at it from this way. And Carl brought up another great point when it comes with the actual part of why do these players why do they continue to do it? And I'm looking at the list of these players who are the ones that are getting busted. Like I said, they're not big names.
They probably don't make much money.
Bingo.
So they're trying to,
now you see what I'm going to.
Trying to make up for, like Aaron Rodgers' $50 million contract.
Why the hell not?
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't making shit.
You're
out there busting your ass just like everybody else.
Bingo.
It's just a position that they're sticking you on. So
Bingo. And the crazy thing is, and that's the reason why I'm going there, is because you got to look at it from this point of view. If you're a special teamers, if you're a guy that's not getting Patrick Mahomes money and none of these top guys' monies, if you're not getting that and you haven't been in the league for 4 or 5 years, you're not vested. Yeah, and what that means is the NFL is waiting for you to be part of the league for at least 4 or 5 years to be vested before they even think about continuing your medical coverage after you're done playing. So I don't blame these players betting on the game. And the reason why I don't blame them is because if they're not making that much money, this is still a job to them. I know what a lot of people say. Well, if you're going to bet on the game, quit and go do something else. Well, some of these guys, this is their dream. This is the option that they chose to make a living. And they just got to deal with the situation that they may not be making as much money right now. And I understand the point of, hey, let me take the little money I can and let's see if I can flip this joint real quick. Let me see. Let me get a little bit more so I can get a little breather room with my finances.
Because not everybody don't have it traced back to you though.
Oh well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, obviously, I'm saying
unless they did this shit like a while back and it's just coming out now. Maybe obviously they did it because football's over. So obviously they were doing it last season. So now the trickle effect is coming down.
Well, the thing is, with the NFL, they don't care about the timetable. It's just the fact that if you're in the NFL, you're still in the NFL, and you did it no matter what, and they still find out, you're still going to get in trouble for it.
Yeah, that's the point. Like I was trying to make. Like they gambled on it last year because the season's been over. So they look back to see how they'll go back as far as they need to, to prove that you were gambling on on games.
I'm looking at the 6 major key rules. Here's the key rules that they put in quotations. They said one,
and just so we know, I don't know any of this. This is all going to be new to me.
They said 1, don't bet on the NFL. 2, don't gamble at your team facility while traveling for a road game or staying at a team hotel. Don't have someone bet for you. Don't share team inside information. Don't enter a sports book during the NFL playing season. Don't play daily fantasy football. So those are the 6 major rules. I mean, they seem simple to follow. And guess what? There's a lot of rules that get broken on an everyday basis. Simple rules, right?
You just one right off the top of my head. One of the last ones you named. You know how many players play fantasy football?
All the time. But they're saying daily, as in when you do the daily fantasy joint.
What do you mean? Like,
I don't know, man. It's not.
I don't get what you're saying. Like daily fantasy football.
As in, like, you know how when you do fantasy football, your team's set up.
Yeah.
Daily fantasy football is when you pretty much have a team. You're gonna have a different team every time you make a bet. as in you put money down to build your team each time.
like a FanDuel type deal is what you're saying.
So pretty much for 17 weeks of a 17-game season, you're going to have a different roster every time you're purchasing each player, and you're trying to win some kind of pot at the end of that game. So, I'm just more like, I know these rules seem simple, but we also got to take into account that we are still human beings. Does everybody follow all the simple rules when it comes to society?
Hell no.
You know, there's
not a lot of rules I do follow.
Hey, I
got my own rules of conduct.
But you got white collar crimes, you got blue collar crimes.
Yeah.
You got all kind of different crimes and people that don't follow the rules. And it's really about who gets caught and if that person matters or not.
Boom.
So let's really talk about it.
Great point.
It really matters. Like, because here's my thing. When Calvin Ridley got popped, I mean, we knew who Calvin Ridley is. Obviously, we all watch football, but did anybody really care? Because one, he was playing on the Falcons.
Yep.
Two, the Falcons were trash. Now, had that been Dak Prescott, had there been Patrick Mahomes, not saying any of these guys would, but would this be how let me ask you this, MJ. How quick you think the NFL would adjust gambling rules if Patrick Mahomes and Dak Prescott were doing it? They would adjust them instantly.
Oh, absolutely.
I bet you the year-long suspension wouldn't be a year long.
No, hell no. No. They would somehow alter or find them to be not guilty on some account because one, Jerry Jones, he will pay whatever money it is to make it go away, and two, it's Patrick Mahomes face of football. So it's gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be different rules for different players, unfortunately. But then again, I mean, how many big time, football players have legally gambled?
Hey, I bet you there's a shit ton of them. Because here's my thing. I don't, obviously, I'm just going out on a limb. I don't like to presume things, but I'm going to presume that with the way that Michael Jordan was gambling back in his days when he was playing, I'm willing to bet that he might have gambled on a game or two. But do you think the NBA was going to do anything about it? No.
Nope.
Michael Jordan's a cash cow. He was a cash cow the whole time he was in the league for the most part. You're not going to eliminate your cash cow.
No. I heard a quote from a rapper, Joel Ortiz, Brooklyn rapper up here. He was part of Eminem's Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
With like Joe Buttons and them.
Hey, sir, I know who Joel Ortiz is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like he in one of his freestyles, he says, they like ask him something like, why you always come back to the corner? And like the answer was the same reason NBA come back to Rucker. I'm not gonna say the word. You know the word.
Yeah.
So he says that, and it's the same thing. Like they go back to Rucker to gamble. They go and throw money out. Some play, but a lot of money gets thrown around at Rucker Park.
Oh yeah.
That's like what he was saying. Like he goes back to his spot to make money. Same reason why NBA players go back there. To make their side hustle.
Yeah. I said this on this show. I said it on the Man Cave Sports Podcast. I don't know the right solution. I really don't. But we also got it.
When you promote it that much, man, it's what do you do? It's don't do as we promote, do as we say.
Well, in the NFL they're gonna have their contradictory, punishments and say, hey, don't do this and don't do that while we promote the certain things you get in trouble for. They're going to do that all the time. But I don't know. Just like Carl said, I'm just confused on the message you're sending to your fan base. Especially this, because we got to look at it this way. Women are big consumers of the NFL nowadays. Big consumers.
Shout out to our women that love football.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
Hey, wifey loves going to the games with me. Hell, it was her idea to go to the game a couple of years ago and I wasn't even thinking nothing about it. Lo and behold, I caught one of the greatest playoff games in history. 13 seconds.
You did, bro. Yeah, you did.
And so my thing is women are such a huge consumer of your product. Women are more than likely to spend money on your product and on a spontaneous type of situation. MJ, you could speak to it. Hey man, I really want this jersey, but man, I got this and this and this and this and this and this and this I got to pay for way before I think about getting this jersey.
Yep.
A woman is like, oh baby, you want that? Gotcha. A woman is more spontaneous about spending her money on your NFL product, and you guys can't even really punish dudes who do DV situations or do any type of harm to a woman and can't really punish them. Okay, the law didn't get you, but we'll get you 3-4 games, 8 games.
They have to up their personal code of conduct.
They have to,
because gotta do something, man. Because like you said, 4 to 6 games for putting your hands on a woman, smacking them, punching them, kicking them, dragging them. Even 8 games. You're not setting an example. Just like in NBA, the example is not set.
Bro, Greg Hardy got multiple chances after his situation.
As did what's his name? Used to be he was drafted by the Niners, had a world of talent and couldn't stay out of trouble. Defensive end, Aldon Smith.
Yeah, Aldon Smith.
Remember Aldon Smith had a world of talent
and guess what?
Stay out of trouble.
But he's had numerous chances in the NFL.
Yeah, he did.
Numerous
Raiders,
chances.
Cowboys.
Because what the NFL is saying is that your talent supersedes a lot of issues that you may have or a lot of troubles that you may bring or baggage that comes with you. Your talent supersedes it.
Yep.
And so, but you can't sit here and say, oh, it's so bad to gamble on a game.
Nope.
I'm just confused on you get more punishment for gambling on a game than you do for anything else in the NFL. That's ass backwards to me. Like how do you not punish those who directly are spitting in the face of a big pot of your money? How do you not punish those? How do you not punish those situations?
Here's a caveat for you. This just came to my mind. NFL is partnering up with all these betting sites, right?
Mm-hmm.
NFL's getting a cut from all these betting sites, correct?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay. Who does the NFL employ and pay? The players.
Yeah, the players.
They don't want the players making money off of them and off of their sponsors.
That may be it. That may be it. I mean, who knows? Who knows what the reason why the NFL is going so hard on the punishment for gambling? I'm not sure.
Because the NFL wants their cut, but they don't want the players to get a certain cut of or a possible payday. But then they're going to say it's for the integrity of the game. But your integrity has shown plenty of holes in it.
Well, plenty of holes is that's
all I hear. All I hear is gritty, because gritty goes with grimy.
That's a plethora of issues. Real quick, I gotta say this. I wasn't going to speak on it, but I got to. I hate a sore loser, y'all. I hate a sore loser.
Okay.
So I was just, going through an NFL app and I saw this, and I'm just going to read it, and then I'm gonna get to the person that said it and why I'm bringing this up. So,
okay.
You need that traction to be able to get off the block, and we were slipping a lot. I don't make excuses. I just know that that's what was being talked about, us trying to get out of our own head a little bit too. I'm telling you that O-line, they got blessed. I'll say that. When we looked at the film, man, it was a couple of times where it was, if Sweaty don't slip, boy, they would have been a strip sack. Oh my God, especially the first drive when he threw it across the middle to Kelce. He was right there. He slipped. We could not believe it. When we finally looked at the film, I finally looked at it and was just like, man, oh man. But you know, like I said, credit to Kansas City. It's all love. You know what I'm saying. Them boys played too. They played on that surface too. And that is defensive end Brandon Graham from the Philadelphia Eagles. Was quoted in the interview on Sports Take with Derek Gunn and Rob Ellis. And I came across this, and the reason why I say I can't stand the sore loser is because you told on yourself, and then all of a sudden you keep coming up with all the excuses of what you said you don't. You said you don't make excuses, and they played on the same surface, but you just had a whole segment on a show making excuses.
Yeah.
Bro, MJ, I hate a sore loser. Like,
dude, and the thing is, the more I can't even make sense of it. There's nothing I could even that even comes to my mind that like could even put me in the same frame of mind as him. Like, what are you thinking? Like, bro, we watched the game. Like, y'all lost.
MJ,
Plain and simple.
MJ,
you lost.
You.
Same.
But it's not.
Radio.
It's not just that, MJ. It's the fact of the matter is that all of a sudden, y'all get 70 sacks in the regular season. You get sacks like crazy in your NFC playoff games. All of a sudden, y'all get to the Super Bowl, you can't get not one. You got 0. Like, don't come out months later. If we would have got this, it shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yep, that's what one of my father's favorite lines.
Man, shoulda, coulda, woulda. They played on the same surface, bro.
Yep.
MJ, did you not see Kansas City Chiefs players slipping?
I watched the game. Everybody was.
So it was ice skate for everybody, right?
Yeah.
It was ice skating ring for everybody.
It was a fair playing field. Two teams went at it. You know, two teams went at it. If you didn't have the right cleats on or just the right cleats, that's your own fault.
And it was a close game. You lost by field goal.
Yep.
So let's not sit here and act like you guys just got totally worked in the Super Bowl.
Fuck them. They fucked them. They totally got worked. Fuck Philly.
I just hate sore losers.
Yep.
And this sucks for me because I actually, some of the Philadelphia Eagles players, I rock with them. I love Jason Kelce. I got to meet him once. Chopped it up with him.
That's right, in the airport, right?
Yeah. Ran into him at the airport. Real cool, down to earth. Chopped it up with him. Hey, Jason Kelce, man, come on. You remember me. Come on the show, man. I know you big time with Travis and I got the podcast, but come on, man. I even got the photo to remember. I'll bring it back up just to refresh your memory that we was on the way to the 13-second game the next day. We chopped it up on the bus in KCI Airport going to the rent-a-car port. So, but all I'm saying is at the end of the day, like, there's cats over there in Philly that I actually respect, and Brandon Graham was one of them because I love the way his playing style. I love the way that even in his early to mid 30s, he's still producing for the Eagles. Still a person that they rely on.
That nasty Philly attitude. He's got that. He fits right. Right in, like in your face, hard nose. You're getting everything I got on every play.
He's a key player to the team.
You better be ready. He's
a key player to that team.
Yep.
And I'm just disappointed that this even came out of his mouth because I'm like, yo, because now you look like a hater. You look like a hater. You look like a person that's salty. Like, come on.
Very, very salty.
You look salty. Like, and I'm just like, come on. Like what would possess you?
Go cry in a corner, bro.
I'm just Brandon Graham. I can't believe, man. I can't believe you said that shit, man.
Man,
I just
go,
think that's
go get it out of your system. Go
I think
cry.
that's fucking shit. I think that's some sucking shit. Like, don't hit me with the shoulda, coulda, woulda. You didn't make the plays. End of the day, in the story, and just
Oh man, they slipped.
Yeah,
come on,
just deal with it.
You lost.
But I know one person who ain't tripping and slipping. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. So he said some things too. He goes, my managers and agents love to tell me how underpaid I am. When I saw Tyreek go and get $30 million a year, in the back of my head, I was like, man, that's 2 to 3 times what I'm making right now. I'm like, the free market looks like fun until you go somewhere and you don't win. I love winning. I love the situation I'm in. You see how much more money you could be making, and yeah, it hits you in the gut a little bit, makes you think you're being taken advantage of. I don't know if I really pressed the gas, if I would get what I'm quote unquote worth, but I know I enjoy coming to that building every single day. And man, it's sound familiar, right, MJ? Sound familiar.
That is a subliminal message right there. He's letting you know, like, hey, y'all know my worth. Do I have to come ask for it?
Well,
or you're gonna offer the extension and pay me, around what I'm worth.
Okay, so let's talk numbers. Let's talk turkey. All right.
If your man could get 500 fucking million, Kelce could get his max deal. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Let's talk turkey there. So George Kittle makes $15 million a year.
Okay.
And your boy Darren Waller is going to get 17. Travis Kelce is the third ranked tight end at 14.3. Look, he's 33. Been doing his thing for years in Kansas City. His rookie season got taken from him in 2013, but ever since then, 2014, ever since on, been a mainstay in Kansas City. All right, I think it was a 6 or 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons in a row. And I need to double check that. I shouldn't know this, but he's doing like Madden numbers every year. Even if he's not the highest paid tight end, who cares? As a fan, obviously, I don't care if he's not the highest paid tight end. Does he deserve to be the highest paid tight end? You damn sure can make a case, yes. But he's prioritizing winning. That's what he said.
Yep.
And MJ, I swear we heard this before a few weeks ago. We just had a conversation about the quarterback saying almost the same exact shit. I mean,
that's why they work so well together.
It works. It works for them. It works for the Chiefs. It works for Patrick. It works for Travis. Let him be.
And I don't, from the little bit I know about Patrick, my personal opinion is he probably takes care of, his offense, I would believe.
Need be.
He got the money, you know what I mean? Like he be treating a lot of.
Oh yeah, take him out to dinners and all that, and get him nice little Christmas gifts. I'm pretty sure he does. Most quarterbacks would.
And they always give the offensive line gifts every year.
Of course.
With that money, you would figure Mahomes would pony up something worthwhile.
Yeah, but And you do bring up a good point with that, because I think that helps build camaraderie, helps build that bond and relationship, and it's just showing gratitude, because a quarterback knows for a fact he cannot do it on his own. Yep. So, but I think it goes further than that, because it's when it's your top players who are top contributors to what you built over the last 5 years, and they're willing to not kill the bank account of the team to make sure that you can put pieces to win a championship. It speaks volumes.
Yep.
And I know we obviously, me and you are not in Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes' tax bracket, and it's kind of hard for me to think how they think about finances, because I don't have that type of money. I just don't. So I can never think how they or understand their thought processes on finances. But I will say this:
I'm on Pat Kelce's book. I'm on that path.
I'm like this. So I saw Travis Kelce's getting his managers to get ready for his career after the field and do Hollywood type social media stuff. I saw that a few months ago. And he did the little dating show, catching Kelce. We ain't gonna never let you live that shit down. So he has a personality that's gonna do probably movies and do some guest appearances on here and there, or probably become an actor or whatnot. He has a great personality for it.
Yeah, so they both do. They're funny together. I've seen a little bit of those too.
Yeah, so I'm willing to bet that Kelce's not really going to be tripping about the money on the back end.
No.
Now, as in, if you want to say he's underpaid, I mean, yeah. Look what he does.
Best tight end in the game.
But like I said, if he's willing to be okay with doing that, then so be it. Let him be. But let's play caveat. Let's play devil's advocate. If what happens if you didn't, you don't win? See, it's easy, because we said this with Patrick. It's always easy to say things like that when you are winning, when you are the people that everybody are chasing in the NFL. It's easy to say that. It's easy when you say you're going to have, multiple avenues of income coming in besides the NFL. It's easy to say that. It's easy to be okay with being third best in tight end annual value, and then it's easy for Patrick, who's seventh in quarterbacks, to be like, hey, I'm okay with the money I'm getting. It's easy to say that when everything's all fine and dandy and winning. That's all I'm saying.
But he's won 2 and 4 years, 2 and 3 years, whatever it is, 2 and 3 years. 2 and 3, 2 and 4.
Well, been to 3 and 5. Been to 3 and 5 years and won 2 and 5, 2 and 4. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I mean,
and he's got to think realistically, like how hard it is to repeat. I mean, if they make the AFC Championship game, and lose, that's not a bad season for them. I mean, the aspirations are always going to be Super Bowl with this team. Until Mahomes is gone. Every year, you're gonna be putting them in that conversation. Because every year they're still gonna retool with some type of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what they do.
Yeah.
And if I were them, like I would give Travis Kelce a raise for his last. Like you said, he's 33, 34. You said he was
33.
33.
Yeah.
Okay. I would sign him. For how much has he been playing? I'd sign him like a 4-year, $80 million deal.
20 million a year. Why not?
20 million a year. Yeah. 60 guaranteed.
Why not?
He's worth it. He's earned it. Not even that he's worth it. He's earned it.
No.
Then you add on. He's worth it.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the human being in me is like, bro, of course you're severely underpaid. But the thing is if he's okay with being third best paid tight end and he's valuing the winning part, I'm okay with it as long as he's okay with it.
Yeah.
Because
if that's his decision,
yeah,
you can't, you know, who am I to say different?
Yeah. But like I said, playing devil's advocate, if they weren't winning and having this success, I don't see him or Patrick having that kind of talk.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're losing and getting beat up, hey man, give me my bread if y'all gonna sit here and do this to me, dog.
I'm out here getting my ass kicked week in, week out, putting these numbers up for you, and
either get me to a winner or just pay to me. One or the other.
That's it.
One or the other.
That's it, man. Do something with me, because this is just shit for the birds, man.
Hey, straight for the Hey man, we gonna shut it down right there, man. Y'all know what it is, man. All the social media platforms
stay on
the screen.
Do me a favor, stay on afterwards. We talk about something of it.
Hey, catch us I.O.W. Sports Network, Facebook, Instagram, most importantly, the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, spread the word of what we got going on. I.O.W. Sports 1 on Twitter. On Twitter, you can catch me, Casey Wildcard Martin. You can catch Jersey Boy MJ. That's Jersey with a Z.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And then, hey, shout out Let's Talk Sports, Sideline Sports, 613 Fate Productions, Man Down Sports. Y'all know what it is. Hey,
and Domingo Herman went on his perfect game.
Perfecto.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will catch y'all tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Holla at your boys.
Silent Hill, TDS. Hitchhikers. Yeah, smoking so much dope, I'm seeing traces. Visual lasers, load across the scene is dangerous, aggressive like behavior. Couple monsters for my neighbors, resisting human nature, persistently getting greater. Bloodshed, let the term